Eat apples? Avoid these 9 dangerous mistakes. Most seniors eat apples believing they're one of the safest, healthiest fruits on the planet. But what if I told you that a few silent mistakes could turn this everyday fruit into something that quietly harms your health? Mistakes that can spike your blood sugar without warning, weaken your gums over time, irritate your stomach, and even erase the very antioxidants that protect your heart and lungs. The shocking part? These mistakes don't feel like mistakes at all. They look completely normal. But here's where it gets interesting. Apples can also be one of the most powerful natural protectors for seniors, if you know how to eat them correctly. Timing, combinations, peeling habits, and even the way you store them can decide whether apples strengthen your digestion or slowly drain your energy. And before we dive deeper, make sure you subscribe so you never miss the health tips that can genuinely change how strong and active you feel every day. Because today, you're going to discover the 9 dangerous apple mistakes almost every senior makes. And I promise you, number 7 is something you've probably done your entire life without realizing how risky it is. Stay with me. This might be the most important video you watch this week. 1. Eating apples on an empty stomach first thing in the morning. Nutrition experts, including Dr. Edward Group, explain that apples contain malic acid, natural fruit acids, and high fiber, all excellent for digestion but too strong for an empty stomach in seniors. When eaten first thing in the morning, these acids stimulate the stomach lining aggressively, which can trigger acidity, gas, and discomfort. Many seniors confuse this with weak digestion, when in reality it's just the timing that's wrong. Apples also contain natural sugars that absorb quickly on an empty stomach, causing a sudden blood sugar rise followed by a mid-morning energy crash. Over time, this pattern stresses the pancreas, especially in adults with borderline glucose issues. But the surprising part? When eaten after a small meal or paired with protein, apples become far easier to digest and offer steady energy instead of spikes. 2. Peeling the skin and losing 80% of antioxidants. According to research published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry, apple skin contains up to 80% of the fruit's antioxidants, including quercetin, flavonoids, and polyphenol. These compounds reduce inflammation, support heart health, and protect cells from aging. Seniors often peel apples because they think the skin is hard to digest. But the reality is that the skin is where most of the fiber is. Removing it turns the apple into a high-sugar fruit with very little protective nutrients. And there's another twist. Quercetin in apple skin is known to support lung health and reduce respiratory inflammation, something extremely valuable for seniors. Without the skin, most of these benefits disappear. Unless your doctor specifically told you to avoid fiber, eating apples with the skin offers far greater digestive and immune benefits. 3. Eating apples too fast without chewing properly. Dentists and digestion researchers agree that apples require proper chewing because their fiber activates saliva enzymes that help break down sugars naturally. Seniors who rush and swallow quickly often experience gas, bloating, and fermentation in the intestines because the apple reaches the gut in large pieces. Dr. Stephen Lin, a dental nutrition expert, explains that eating apples slowly also strengthens gums by stimulating blood flow, but fast chewing, or worse, swallowing chunks, puts unnecessary stress on weak gums and may even loosen teeth over time. And here's the surprising part. Chewing apples well actually helps regulate blood sugar because the body absorbs sugar more slowly when the fruit is fully broken down. 4. Eating apples with heavy meals like roti, rice, or meat. Digestive specialists have long warned that fruits digest quickly, while heavy meals digest slowly. When seniors mix apples with large meals, for example, eating them right after lunch or dinner, the fruit gets trapped behind slower digesting food, leading to fermentation. This causes gas, bloating, acidity, and slow bowel movements. Dr. Herbert Shelton's food-combining research shows that fruits digest best alone or with lighter foods. The real issue isn't the apple, it's the timing. When eaten after a heavy meal, apples lose their digestive benefits and instead contribute to discomfort. But eaten between meals, they improve gut movement, reduce constipation, and help regulate appetite. 5. Eating only sweet apple varieties like Red Delicious and ignoring fiber-rich tart types. Not all apples are the same. Research from the University of Illinois shows that tart apples like Granny Smith have higher fiber, more polyphenol, and stronger gut-friendly effects. Sweet varieties, the ones most seniors prefer, contain more sugar and less resistant fiber, which can raise blood sugar faster. This mistake affects digestion and weight control, especially for seniors with slow metabolism. Eating only sweet apples daily can also feed sugar-loving gut bacteria, reducing microbiome diversity. But adding fiber-rich tart apples can balance gut health and reduce cravings. 6. Drinking apple juice thinking it's healthy like the fruit. Harvard nutrition research shows that apple juice contains almost no fiber and delivers sugar to the bloodstream extremely fast. Most seniors think juice is easier to digest, but it actually removes the part that controls sugar absorption, the fiber. Apple juice causes a bigger insulin spike than whole fruit, stressing the pancreas and promoting belly fat. It also lacks most antioxidants because they are mainly stored in the skin, which is removed during juicing. The result? A sugary drink that feels healthy but behaves like a soft drink inside the body. Whole apples, eaten slowly, offer far more nutrition than any juice. 7. Eating apples at night before bed. Sleep researchers consistently point out that while apples are healthy, their natural sugars and mild fruit acids activate digestion, a process that should be winding down at night, not starting up. When seniors eat apples close to bedtime, the stomach begins light digestive activity. This triggers the release of digestive enzymes, increases gut movement, and slightly elevates metabolic activity. All of this sends a signal to the brain that the body is still awake, which slows down melatonin release, the hormone responsible for preparing your body for deep, restorative sleep. Many seniors believe eating apples at night fills the stomach and prevents late-night hunger. But the reality is the opposite. The fiber in apples stimulates the intestines, diverting energy away from the brain. This can make it harder to fall asleep and may even trigger the classic 3 a.m. wake-up, a symptom linked to nighttime digestive activity and subtle blood sugar dips. Apples are far better consumed earlier in the day, morning, or afternoon, when their fiber, natural sugars, and antioxidants boost energy, metabolism, and healthy bowel movement. Eating them at night quietly disrupts sleep cycles without you even realizing it. Eating apples without washing properly. Pesticide exposure. Studies from the Environmental Working Group show that apples are consistently ranked among the fruits with the highest pesticide residue. These chemicals can irritate the stomach, weaken the gut lining, and increase inflammation, especially for seniors with sensitive digestion. Washing apples under plain water is not enough. Nutrition experts recommend soaking apples in salt water or vinegar water for a few minutes to remove most of the residue. Skipping this step means eating invisible chemicals that accumulate over time. Proper washing protects your liver, kidneys, and gut. 9. Storing apples the wrong way and losing nutrients. Food preservation research shows that apples lose vitamin C, antioxidants, and crunch when stored in warm or humid conditions. Seniors often leave apples on the counter for days, not realizing that nutrient loss speeds up with heat exposure. Refrigerating apples in a breathable bag helps maintain freshness and nutrient levels for much longer. Apples stored incorrectly not only soften faster but also lose fiber strength, meaning digestion benefits drop significantly. Proper storage helps maintain the antioxidants that protect your heart and cells from aging. So now you've discovered the 9 apple mistakes most seniors make without even knowing it. These small habits may seem harmless, but they affect your digestion, blood sugar, sleep, heart health, and energy more than you realize. Apples can be a powerful everyday fruit, but only when eaten the right way. Today, you learned simple fixes that protect your body and help you feel lighter, calmer, and more energized. Remember, your health changes through small daily actions, not big overnight shifts. And now you're ahead of millions who still think an apple is always healthy no matter what. If this video taught you something new, don't forget to subscribe for more simple science-based tips to stay strong, active, and independent. Also, please like the video because it tells YouTube to show this information to more people who truly need it. Share it with your family, especially parents and grandparents, so they can avoid these mistakes too. And comment below which apple mistake surprised you the most. I read every single comment. Thank you for watching. Take care of your health, and I'll see you in the next video.